How many years have you buried your head in work, grinding every day, only to find your bank account barely budging? Every morning, when you open your eyes, do you feel like there's a heavy, invisible weight pressing down on your chest? It's the pressure of money, the bills piling up, the unfinished dreams. Do they ever let you breathe? Have you ever asked yourself, maybe it's time for a different path? Path that's truly effective, not one where you just work yourself to exhaustion? In this video, I'm going to share the formula that took me from having absolutely nothing to achieving financial freedom and living a life of abundance. But before we get into that life-changing formula, ask yourself this: what is the biggest dream of your life? For me, the answer has always been simple. I just wanted to earn enough money to take care of my family, the people I love most in this world. I grew up in a small town suburb. Every cold winter, we huddled under thin blankets because we couldn't afford to fix the heater. In the summer, rain leaked through our rotting roof. The electricity would flicker constantly, and we had to ration food every day. Luckily, I was good at school. I earned big scholarships, a rare chance to go to college, something most kids around me couldn't dream of. After graduation, I landed a stable job, the so-called American dream. Clean office, a steady salary, decent benefits. You know what? Stability doesn't mean abundance. My paycheck barely covered my own expenses. Then there were the real burdens: mom's hospital bills, dad's car repairs, my younger brother's tuition. They were way beyond what I could afford. Every month, I was drowning in bills. Every year, the cost of living kept going up, while my salary grew just a tiny bit. And every morning, it was the same struggle, dragging myself out of bed, throwing on clothes, and rushing onto the jam-packed freeway to get to work, dragging a tired body and a disheartened soul into that office. Still, I kept telling myself, hang in there, at least you have a job. Until the day life slapped me across the face. My grandmother, the woman who raised me with everything she had, suffered a stroke. We needed a large sum of money immediately for emergency care. I rushed out of the office, shaking, opened my phone and checked my bank account. And what I saw was just over $500, 0 cents. Only $500, 0 cents. In that moment, it felt like the world collapsed beneath my feet. The pain wasn't just about not having money. It was the pain of being a child, a grandchild, watching someone you love suffer and not being able to do a damn thing to help. You know what? The most painful thing isn't being poor. The most painful thing is when life hits you with a crisis and you realize you're completely powerless, completely empty. That was when I understood a brutal truth. Being smart isn't enough. Working hard isn't enough. Even having knowledge isn't enough to save the people you love. If I wanted change, I had to find a new way. Path that truly leads to freedom. And that journey started at the most heartbreaking moment of my life. And I found it. Not a hidden secret, not a magical miracle reserved for the lucky few. I discovered a real formula, a way to manifest wealth and abundance starting right from where I stood, right in the middle of the pressure-filled life that used to suffocate me every single day. But today, I'm here to share it with you from the bottom of my heart. Ask yourself this: what if there really is a formula to attract wealth, abundance, and freedom without relying on luck and without waiting endlessly? What if there are ancient universal laws of energy and the subconscious passed down for thousands of years through great civilizations, just quietly waiting for you to apply them? And what if all it takes is for you to start practicing them today? I can answer that through my own life. When you truly align with these laws, everything begins to shift. You won't have to wake up each morning with that same weight on your chest, buried under bills, under a paycheck that never stretches far enough, and dreams that feel frozen in time. You become the real owner of your life. Not just working harder, but stepping into a flow where opportunities, money, and support begin to come your way. Because you're finally aligned with how the universe actually works. I believe with all my heart that this video can be a turning point in your life. Not just a feel-good message, but a real invitation to shift your path, to see yourself and your power clearly for the first time. And I'll tell you this honestly, if you watch this video with sincerity and actually apply what I share over the next 30, 60, or 90 days, you will meet a completely different version of yourself. A person who feels free, a mind rooted in abundance, a life that once felt out of reach, slowly becoming your reality. And if you don't see any change, if you feel nothing different, I'll take responsibility. Come back here and comment, "You're a fraud," and I'll accept it. Because what I'm sharing isn't mine. It comes from sacred wisdom, biblical truth, ancient teachings, and timeless principles that have endured for thousands of years. I studied them. I practiced them for 6 years. I lived them. And I've seen the transformation with my own eyes. Not just in me, but in my family, in the people around me. And I know for sure, if you take this path seriously the way I did, your life will change too. So don't miss this. Watch until the end. The first step is so simple it might actually surprise you. All you need is a piece of paper, a pen, and a quiet space. And then you write. Yes, write it down, but not in vague phrases like "I want more money" or "I want a better life." You need to write down exactly, clearly, and specifically what you want. Why write it out? Because science has proven that handwriting activates 3 major parts of your brain at once: the frontal lobe, thinking, the temporal lobe, language, and the occipital lobe, visual processing. When you write by hand, your brain doesn't just store the information, it starts to rewire your beliefs and your expectation. Dr. Gail Matthews at Dominican University of California led a famous study with 267 participants. One group only thought about their goals. Another group wrote their goals down clearly. A third group wrote them and also committed to specific actions. The result? The group who wrote down their goals were 42% more likely to achieve them than the group who only thought about them. That number isn't random. It's living proof that writing your goals almost doubles your chances of success. So how do you write them properly? Let me tell you this. I wasn't someone who believed in energy, frequencies, or manifestation. I was raised to believe that if you wanted success, you had to study hard, work harder, and rely on numbers and logic. And I followed that for years. But the results? You already know. Just enough to get by. Barely. Still remember that night, alone in a tiny rented room, with nothing but desperation pushing me forward. I picked up the pen, full of doubt, but also full of desire. And I wrote, not just random wishes. I wrote down what I truly, deeply craved. I wrote, I earn $50,000 a month. That was more than 7 times my salary at the time. I also wrote, I have $200,000 saved to invest and start my own business. Back then, I had just over $500 in my bank account. But I didn't just write the numbers. I imagined how I would feel when I reached that goal. I pictured myself calling my mom, voice shaking with joy, telling her, "Mom, I did it! I'm earning $50K a month now. From this day on, I can take care of you and Grandma. You don't have to worry anymore." I saw her teary smile. I felt my grandma's soft voice, and even though it was all just words on paper, at that moment I felt real happiness. I felt peace, in a way I hadn't in years. So today, here's what I want you to know. Write it down, and write it with detail. Write as if it's already real. Imagine yourself inside the version of life you're asking for. That emotional clarity is what starts to shift everything. First, remember this: you can absolutely turn all your dreams into reality. But you don't have the energy to chase all of them at once. Quality matters more than quantity, so focus. Choose the 2 biggest goals you want to attract in the next 6 months. Write them down as clearly and specifically as if you're placing an order at a restaurant. Like saying, I want a plate of spaghetti, no spice, extra beef, light on the cheese. And now, your server is the universe. Don't write, I want a lot of money. Instead, write, I'm so happy because I now have $100,000 in my savings account. Don't just write, I want a house. Write, I'm grateful to be living in my dream home worth $800,000. Or, I'm earning $20,000 a month and I feel truly abundant. Now, a few key things to remember when writing your goals or affirmations. 1. Keep it to one short, simple sentence. The simpler the better. It'll stick in your mind and go straight into your subconscious. 2. Make it specific. Turn your goal into real numbers or something vivid you can easily picture. 3. And here's something most people won't tell you. Don't stress about adding a deadline. Yes, others say you should, but in my experience, that can actually work against you. You don't know what timing is best for you, and when you lock in a specific time frame for something that feels too far from where you are, your subconscious will start screaming, "No way, Jack! You'll never pull that off by then. That's impossible." So instead of setting a deadline you don't even believe in, give that sacred timing to God. Trust that you'll receive your dream at the perfect time, in the perfect way, through the divine plan that's already unfolding for you. And don't just write it down and leave it in a drawer. Stand in front of the mirror and repeat your goal every single day, as often as possible. And after every statement, add this simple phrase, I believe I will receive this as soon as possible. Example, I am worthy of earning $50,000 a month. I believe I will receive this as soon as possible. I did this for 3 months straight. I stood in front of that mirror day after day, morning, noon, and night, repeating my goal hundreds of times each day. I don't remember the exact number, maybe 300 to 500 times daily. I kept going. I stayed with it. I only wrote my goal down once, and then I kept repeating it every day. At first, it felt awkward and strange, like I was lying to myself. Maybe it was because I had spent so many years living under the weight of limiting beliefs about who I was and what I could do. And when I started to visualize something better, something beautiful and bold, those old beliefs inside me fought back. They whispered, "This isn't you. Don't get your hopes up." But by that point, I had no way back. I had already hit rock bottom, and as my mentor once told me, when you've hit rock bottom, the only direction left is up. And you know what's amazing? After about 10 days, just 10 days, of repeating my goal, something began to shift. What started as doubt slowly turned into possibility. Ideas started flowing, clear visions, fresh energy. It was like something divine was guiding me. I began attracting new clients, some of them totally unexpected, and those clients brought even more clients with them. And I knew deep down this wasn't luck. It wasn't some kind of miracle. It was the natural result of something powerful. I had started believing in myself, just like it says in the Bible. Believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Mark 11:24. When that new belief began to take root inside me, everything around me responded. The world shifted to support the reality I was finally willing to believe in. My life began to transform. faster, deeper, and more beautifully than I ever dreamed possible. Today, I earn 6 figures a month. I work freely on my terms. I have a warm, safe home for my family. And the most beautiful part? This shift didn't just affect money. It touched every area of my life. Relationships, family, health, business, everything changed. And now I want to ask you, what is the biggest goal in your heart right now? Write it down the way I showed you. And then, nurture that belief. Let it grow inside you. Water it daily. And watch what happens. Because I promise you, it's truly extraordinary. You've walked with me through the first steps. Writing down your deepest desires. Visualizing your abundant future. But on this journey to creating true wealth, I want to share with you a core secret. A principle even more powerful than the law of attraction or manifestation alone. Have you ever heard the phrase, "You reap what you sow"? That's the law of karma. Don't just focus on attracting, focus on planting. Because this universe operates on a sacred, unshakable truth. You can only harvest what you've taken the time to nurture. The masters, the truly successful people of this world, they all understand and live by this law every single day. And the secret is simple. Give first. Sounds backward, doesn't it? In a world where everyone is trying to hoard, save, and protect what they have, here I am telling you to give. But this isn't naive generosity or blind self-sacrifice. This is a wise investment in your future. Think of it this way. You want to harvest rice, you need to plant seeds. You want fruit, you must care for the tree. Wealth works the same way. If you want to receive value, you must first be someone who gives value. Look at the wealthiest and most impactful people in the world. They're not just collectors of riches, they're powerful givers. Bill Gates didn't just revolutionize how we work and communicate. He's also given away most of his wealth to causes that help humanity. There's a famous story about Zig Ziglar, a legend in sales and personal development. He once said, "You can have everything in life you want, if you will just help enough other people get what they want." That one sentence holds a profound truth about karma. When you focus on giving, whether it's your knowledge, your skills, your help, or even just a sincere, kind word, you are planting the seeds of success. And those seeds, they grow, they bloom, and they return to you in the most surprising and generous forms, including financial abundance. This is a sacred principle. Whatever you want, give it first. You crave financial abundance? Be generous with what you already have, even if it's not much. You long to feel loved and appreciated? Start by giving love and appreciation to those around you. You want help and support? Be the one who shows up when others need it most. So what can you give more than you think? You can give your money, even a small amount, if it comes from a genuine heart. You can give your knowledge. Sharing what you know can change someone's life. You can give your time, offering it to your community or someone who needs it. You can give your effort through wholehearted work or meaningful service. And sometimes even a sincere word of encouragement has the power to ripple out and make someone's day brighter. I used to be deeply skeptical about all this. When I was still struggling, barely making ends meet, the thought haunted me. How can I give when I can't even feed myself? But everything began to change the moment I stepped out of that small, selfish comfort zone and started giving what little I had. Bit by bit. Not perfectly, just honestly. That's when the miracles began to appear. Unexpected opportunities showed up. Beautiful new relationships began to form. And gradually, money started flowing more freely into my life. It wasn't magic. It was the law of karma in action, and I'm living proof of how powerful it is. Karma isn't a quick transactional exchange. Sometimes the seeds you plant don't grow where or when you expect. They sprout in unexpected places, in divine timing, and often in ways your mind could never plan. But one thing is certain: no act of kindness, no sincere offering ever goes to waste. Everything you give will return to you, multiplied, and in the most deserving way. More important than what you give is how you give it. Give with compassion, give with sincerity, and give without expecting anything in return. Because when you give with an open heart, you create a stream of pure energy that pulls more goodness, more grace into your life. Sure, even if you give with a selfish motive, something may still come back to you, but often with side effects. That's why it matters to give with joy. Practice giving without attachment. That's how you ensure your harvest is sweet, whole, and not tainted by bitterness. Be proactive in seeking ways to give. Don't wait until you feel wealthy to be generous. Start while you're still on the journey. Build the habit. Make giving part of your daily rhythm. It's not about how much you give, it's about whether your heart truly wants to share, to support, to uplift another soul. Dear friend, after planting the seeds of prosperity through the act of giving, it's time we nourish the soil of our soul with one of the most powerful forms of spiritual nutrition: gratitude. I've dedicated an entire video to the extraordinary power of gratitude, and I truly believe that if you understand and practice it with a sincere heart, your life will begin to transform in ways you never thought possible. What makes gratitude so powerful? It's because gratitude changes your entire view of life. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you begin to notice and appreciate what you already have, even the smallest things. And this shift immediately brings a feeling of abundance, peace, and quiet joy. It pushes away scarcity and anxiety without effort. Gratitude is the fertile ground where your seeds of wealth can truly take root. As Oprah Winfrey, renowned spiritual leader and media mogul, once said, "Be thankful for what you have." When you start being thankful, you'll remember all the small and wonderful things you already possess. She understands the immense power that comes from focusing on what's already present. Even if your financial situation doesn't feel abundant yet, be thankful for the little money you do have. Be grateful for the income that has already come in, the money-making opportunities that have shown up, and the small comforts that surround you. If you're watching this video on a smartphone, be thankful. If you had food today, be thankful. And most importantly, start practicing gratitude toward money itself. Thank the money that paid for your coffee this morning, the money that covered your phone bill, the few dollars that let you buy something small you enjoy. Every single transaction is an exchange of value. When you truly appreciate the flow of money, both in and out, you're telling the universe that you honor wealth and you're ready to receive more of it. You can even use your phone as a modern money gratitude journal. Use a notes app or download a journaling app that lets you store photos. Each day, write down at least 3 things related to money that you're grateful for. For example, you could write, "I'm grateful that I received my paycheck on time." Or, "I'm grateful I found a discount code while shopping." Or, "I'm grateful I was able to help a friend who was struggling financially." You can even take photos of what you're thankful for, like a bill you were able to pay or something you bought, and save them along with your gratitude notes. What matters most is that you feel the gratitude as you write it down, whether it's in a journal, on your phone, or even whispered quietly in your mind whenever the moment arises. Now here's a deeper layer of gratitude, one that might sound counterintuitive at first but holds incredible power. Be thankful, even for the hardships in your life right now. Why? Because the very challenges and failures you're going through are shaping you. They're making you stronger. They're delivering lessons you couldn't have learned in a smooth, easy life. They're opening doors you wouldn't have seen if everything had always gone your way. Look for the seeds of growth hidden inside each hardship, and thank them for helping you become who you are today. And to truly activate the frequency of abundance, I want to give you a powerful technique. return to a moment of receiving and feel the joy again. Take a little time to rewind your memory and find a moment in the past when you received something meaningful, a sum of money, a gift, or an opportunity. Big or small, it doesn't matter. What did you feel in that moment? Joy? Relief? Gratitude? Let yourself relive it fully. Let it fill your heart again. Or remember a time when you helped someone with no expectation of return. Feel that quiet satisfaction again, that deep sense of purpose. These are the kinds of pure, elevated emotions that form the foundation of future prosperity. Practice this technique each night before bed. After releasing your negative thoughts, choose one or two positive memories related to receiving or giving money, help, or kindness. Let yourself sink into that memory. Let the happiness and thankfulness wash over you. Let them spread through your body into every cell. These high-frequency emotions will begin to reprogram your subconscious during sleep and attract more of the same into your life. You are sowing seeds of joy, sufficiency, and compassion, and the universe will always respond to those vibrations with matching experiences, people, and blessings. Trust the power of gratitude, even in hard times, and trust in the sacred medicine of your own positive memories. They are among the strongest tools you have on the journey to true, lasting abundance. The journey to creating lasting wealth and abundance isn't a straight, smooth road, filled with sunshine and success at every turn. There will be detours, there will be rough patches, and yes, there will be moments when you feel like giving up. That's when you need the quiet but unwavering power of perseverance. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is true, sustainable wealth. Every major transformation takes time. You don't plant a seed today and expect fruit tomorrow. Manifestation works the same way. There will be times when it feels slow, or like nothing is happening at all. But this is when your faith and consistency are being tested the most. Don't lose heart. Keep showing up. Keep nurturing the belief. Keep practicing what you've learned. Manifestation is not just about dreaming. It must be paired with action. The universe will not hand you everything if you're just sitting still, wishing. It will give you pieces, signs, ideas, people, small doors opening, and you have to act on them. Keep moving forward with trust and with heart. Don't obsess over results. Don't get trapped in why is it taking so long or when will it happen. The moment you do that, you move from belief to doubt. Let go of the need to control the timing. Trust that if your desire is rooted in truth and service, it's already yours, and it's on its way to you in divine time. When you stop trying to force the outcome, when you release the pressure of needing it right now, that's when magic flows in. It often arrives when you least expect it, not because you gave up, but because you finally stopped trying to grip the steering wheel so tightly. Path to abundance is a cycle. You write your desires, you plant seeds by giving, you water them with gratitude, you walk with patience, and then you surrender. You allow the universe to deliver in its own perfect way. That's how true manifestation unfolds, not from control, but from co-creation. When you achieve one dream, don't stop there. Use the same principles again for your next dream and the next. This is not a one-time trick. It's a way of living, a rhythm of being. And when you live this way, you step into a life of lasting prosperity, joy, and deep fulfillment. You're not alone on this path. The power of the universe, the infinite energy of abundance and love, is always ready to support you. Believe in yourself. Believe in the extraordinary potential you already carry within. You are worthy of every dream your heart longs for. So let yourself dream big, act boldly, and receive fully. Write your biggest goal in the comments below, as if you are placing a sacred, clear order with the universe. State it with confidence. Declare it as your truth. Because your abundance isn't just about you, It's a ripple that inspires others. The more you rise, the more people around you will feel the urge to rise too. Use what I've shared with you to create a life that is not only rich, but meaningful. A life filled with love. A life that serves and uplifts the people you cherish most. I believe in you. The universe believes in you. And I know without a doubt, you will succeed. I'm sending you love and the highest power from the divine. And I want you to know this. From the bottom of my heart, I'm truly proud of you.